Absolutely, and Tribe is known to sometimes having something up their sleeves, and I'm very excited if we can yet see something like that. But also SpaceStation, sometimes they came in with the Super Witches as well, but so far not as successful. I'm going to be interested to see if they try it again and what base types they're going to use. But guys, let's dive into the first attack and start this one off.
First attacker is live. Tribe attacking first with Rekiris in. And we have another Lalo attack. His special ability, if you want to call it like that. He's just so good with those hounds and loons overall. The question is, can he show this today? Because it seems like it's going to be a blizzard, which means a blimp delivering some super wizards into the base to take...
No!
Never mind, we're seeing the polar blimp again.
Huh. I'm speechless because I was thinking, why did he use the bowler blimp? Because it did take out the ground bow.
Maybe because he was afraid of giant bombs. I'm not really sure. One thing we have learned yesterday that Queen Walker said they like to maybe sometimes bring it in if they have to get their troops onto a bomb tower because bowlers have more HP than super wizards. But I don't think there was a bomb tower. So yeah, little question mark for us. Maybe it has not worked as planned. Maybe the town already took too much damage from the goblins which were in there. And that might have yeah, kept this expo alive. Either way, we have now those heroes diving in with the first spring trap, getting rid of this ice golem.
Yeah, and I mean, in the end, he got it done, even with saving 2 invisibility spells. So maybe it is even a cheaper option than the Super Wizards if you don't want to go for too much splash there. But let's see the hero dive, how it goes into the attack. Very important to take out this scatter shot now as the Royal Champion is doing that. And the King and the Queen are making their way very deep into the base, Itsu.
Wow, just this pathing. I mean, those heroes are just unstoppable. He is getting close to the 50% mark, and he's just used this Queen ability with the Lado now. Coming in from this bottom side, 2 more invisibility spells invested for that Royal Champion to stay alive, which means the back-end Queen is going to survive, and this gives his Headhunters maybe a tough time, because remember, if you place those Headhunters from the bottom side, they will go first for the King. And this might be a problem for Rekiris.
Yeah, and what I think is always so impressive about his Lalo is how patient he can usually be. And he's showing that once again, saving up those loons. 1 loon for the Archer Tower, 2 loons for the cannon, and 2 loons for the other cannon. So this way he creates some great pathing, leaving this big group of balloons in the center of the base. But the big group, unfortunately, is not that big anymore. So they keep on dying out, these balloons. Can he make it through the last couple of defenses there?
Oh, the Headhunter is going down, which means the Queen is surviving, and this is going to be the first defense of this match, it looks like.
We have a Warden, we have an Owl, we have a Baby Dragon,
maybe?
Itsu, we have a chance. No, the Warden, okay. The Warden is being targeted, or is it the Owl? I don't know, it's the Warden, oh my god, and this is getting close, but I think he will fall short because the Warden would have been the highest damage dealer. And now we have 2 skeleton traps that the sneaky goblins lure over, and he will finish at 98%. And yeah, that is a surprise. It's because yesterday it didn't go according to plan for Rekiris, but still he made it work. This time it seemed like every time went perfectly fine, but he fell short. So maybe that was some great base building there from SpaceStation.
It was for sure, because we had SpaceStation in the Stage 4 qualifiers for this World Championship, and they were the team with the best defense overall, which was impressive. So Tribe already with the first attack, struggling versus those bases from SpaceStation. The question now is, does SpaceStation struggle versus the Tribe bases? Let's find out.
Yes, their first attack, and it's going to be P. Castro, who is perfect so far, just like Rekiris. So I don't want to jinx anything here, but he definitely has to prove a point right here and have a better start for his team here. He has the chance to, because Tribe gave him the opportunity, and he is coming in with a Queen Charge Lalo attack here. But it's 28 balloons is a huge amount that we rarely see, but the Lock Launcher coming in now.
Yeah, we have seen quite a few times those lot of Lalo attacks from Space Station, but typically we see the blimp from them for the Town Hall, so they're mixing things up with a different siege overall. While the Queen is tanking the mortars, this lock launcher is going to make its way through and opening for that Queen right into the core. Question though is if he has gotten everything he wanted to get, or if this lock launcher opened early.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, the Yetis get stuck on the King there for the longest time. And also the healers! The healer switch to the Yetis, and that is not what you want on a Queen charge. He tries to invest a lot of spells in this and the rage spell. Oh my god, and he's coming in with the Lalo already into the Town Hall, but this Queen is going to have a hard time there now that her Unicorn has died, Itsu.
That's right, the Town Hall explosion needs to be avoided, especially with the Town Hall poison as well. There's still a Lalo part left, like he has still the Hound, he has still 11 loons, and he has still a jump, but it seems like only the King left to really utilize their jump.
And the crowd is going crazy, just like they went on Tribe's defense, because this could be the next setup here right away. But look at this. This has returned into a Queen charge here, and he is investing the jump spell and the free spell for his Queen, and she is still going strong, taking out this single, but now her time is over. At the bottom side, we see the Royal Champion, the King. At the top side, the Royal Champion with a couple of balloons. Does this still have a chance, Itsu?
Oh, it's tough to say because there is no Warden left anymore. This Royal Champion, without her ability, is going down. And it seems like the crowd is going crazy about another defense. And take a look at this percentage. This is incredible low percentage. And we see why those two teams are known for their base building. I mean, we always like to highlight the offense, but both teams are looking so good on defense as well. He's trying to pick off as many percentage points as possible, but it's not going to be the percentage you're looking for when those two stars are happening, like 95% and more. And this is not even going to be a 90%.
No, exactly. It's just this one storage that he might get down, but no, there goes the splash damage from the scatter shot. Very unfortunately, and you pointed out the base building, which I think, when it comes to the traps, is very important. But in this case, we have to say it was also a little bit unlucky for him there, because his Queen wasn't getting any damage, but the Yetis did, and that's why the healer switched to his Yetis, something that is very, very hard to plan for. You cannot really foresee that exact pathing into the attack. So a little bit unlucky there for him, but still, it was very impressive to see how he came back from that hiccup there and still got a very respectable result there. But now it is back to Tribe, and they have it in their hand if they keep on tripling. And we see the community voting right there, and it's barely in favor of Tribe Gaming. What do you make of that?
I mean, it's really close, and if you still want to have some impact on the voting, you can just go and visit the website event.clashofclans.com, because you can not only try to predict the matches, but as well you can get some nice juicy rewards in-game. I mean, that should be already something you're looking for, right? But what we would like to watch as well is the next attack, so let's go in.
And here we go, and it is Nebrax coming in with the next one, and what do we see there? The Inferno baby dragons, a lot of them, but even more balloons. So this guy has a lot of tanking and a lot of base triggering there on his trap triggering there on his ban. But first of all, he comes in with the single bat spell to take out the air defense near to the Town Hall, and will then send a safe blimp in as soon as he has looked for seeking air mines. And it's going all good so far for him.
That's right, and one big question might be for all of the viewers at home, he's doing an air attack, Maxi, so why is there skeleton spells in his army composition?
Well, the skeletons, that's why Itsu is asking this question, they are staying on the ground, so they can only tank ground, mostly tank ground defenses, you should think. But they are on the same time, they can tank the air and ground targeting defenses, like the Air Expo we can see here in the center of the base next to the Royal Champion, and like the Archer Tower, like the Bogey Tower. And there he comes in, Nebrax. Let's talk about how these Inferno Dragons go through there. And what I also like is the CC. It's very good for the attacker because it was a damage CC. No Lava Hound that could be lured out by the heroes. And so far, there seem like there are even more than 14 baby dragons. So what is he doing? Has he had a clone spell?
Not really, but a lot of the Inferno Dragons are still alive. The question, though, is always with the core. The first Black Mines and Red Mines are coming up and hitting those Inferno Dragons
look
hard.
At the freeze.
The freeze is there, getting that scatter on the back end is clutch.
Yeah.
But the thing now is with this one big compartment left, where the king is staying inside. If this king is going down, this is looking incredible, but this king has to go down.
Yeah, absolutely, but look at Nebrax's king. He knows exactly what to do. He goes in for the king, but the enemy king just stays on the outside, and this is looking good. The power of the heroes, and we can already hear Tribe shouting, the fans shouting, and I love the atmosphere in this stadium. Everyone is really feeling their attacks, the attacks that are happening, and Nebrax definitely felt the power of the Inferno Dragons on this one, and he had the right gut feeling there.
Yeah. Really good attack there with quite some time left. We have to take down some more buildings, but
they know it though. These guys are pros and they just know the power of those heroes. I mean, the Queen, he used the ability already. You could think, why would he do that? But the reason is he knows that the Unicorn is there. He knows the HP of the Queen and that there are just a couple of buildings left that cannot do too much damage. And we see it. I mean, it's getting thinner and thinner, but he's still got 30 seconds on the clock, and you can see it. He was exactly right with his estimation, and Tribe is back after the hiccup in the first attack. A triple from Nebrau.
And now it's back to Space Station to get their 3-star in as well, to stay close. Because we have talked about this so many times, about the attacking order of those teams. Because if you're attacking second, you always have the advantage of knowing what the other team is doing. But let's dive into what Tribe was saying during that attack.
Yeah, let's go.
Alex, you're the best.
Axel have ability.
Alex, you're the best.
Yeah.
Let's go, Rudi.
Let's go!
Okay, Fokus. Ich mache als nächstes an, dann quetsche mit dir.
Ganz ruhig, mal quatsche dir.
Atme tief, durch mein Junge, atme tief.
Fick dich!
Yeah, very, very nice to see. Like, the best part for me was Nebrax screaming at the start, yeah, and then they are, like the captain, Kronos, is calming them down, focus again. Exquisite says, no, calm, and Kronos is like, okay, we stay calm, we still have a war to win, I go next, and that was very interesting to hear there in German. So I think we have to see what Space Station has to answer to this, and maybe if they can triple themselves, so let's dive into the next one.
We have Leo going live, another Queen George Lalo attack. The attack which they reinvented, we should say, during the stage phase of the qualification for the World Championship in Clash of Clans. The question though is, are they going to stay to their approach? Or they have mainly Queen George the Eagle, but so far it looks like he tries to get his Queen towards the scatter. Question though is, how is he going to get that funnel done? Is he going to wall break at that bomb tower? This is what it looks like, Maxi, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Yep, and just as you were saying that, he deploys the wall breaker. Also, using the coconut balloon that we talked about yesterday already to look for seeking air mines. Found the first one, found the second one, so maybe Tribe were expecting this, but so far Leo is doing great with his coco balloons. A third one getting even deeper into the base, but not finding the next seeking airman. So maybe this was a trap for the blimp, but we have seen the blimp actually coming in on the left side with the Yetis, and he's not even investing a rage spell.
Yeah, really good use of that blimp without wasting any spells, while this Queen keep charging forward. I'm really looking forward to how this Queen is going to walk. Take a look at the setup. Take a look at the setup with the sweeper. So the Queen can reach the sweeper, and if she's going to step inside the corner, she might get lured into the wrong side. But we have to see, there's the invisibility spell. There's this time no skeleton trap whatsoever to lure the Queen to the wrong side. This is exactly what I said. This corner is deadly for the Queen. Where is she going now? And it seems like she's not going as intended to the multi.
No, not at all.
I said it. Making some buildings reachable as base builder is so clutch, and this has messed up the entire deck. So again, insane base building.
Absolutely, but Leo is doing his best here to react, and he's starting the Lalo as well. And honestly, there's not a lot left of this space, so I think this still has a chance, and we know just how good Space Station are with their Lalos. And I mean, there's a full life Royal Champion with the ability still in there.
Queen going down inside that Town of Poison during her ability is huge for the defense. At the same time, he's trying to push against this sweeper without having too many spells left. This Royal Champion has to be clutch. But we have seen many times those heroes overpowering the back, and the Warden is not getting closer, and the Royal Champion is in the side, the single burnout range.
His queen, oh my god, it seemed like his screaming motivated his queen as well, because this queen just picked up so many troops there. This is incredible, and all of this could only happen because the queen from Leo went the wrong way. Otherwise she would have taken out Nebrox's queen there. That's yeah, saved them from being tripled by Leo. So incredible, another defense there. And what I wanted to point out before is the way that Leo tanked for a wall breaker with a giant. That was very impressive to me in the start there, because he realized the cannon would deal too much damage and the wall breaker would not get to the core. But unfortunately the pathing wasn't in his favor. Still, very good percentage, but not the triple they needed.
Yeah, and that's the problem at this point. They're having twice now those 2-star attacks in with their favorite strategy. I mean, they love to play those Queen Charge Lado attacks, and we have to say it, they reinvented this strategy as well during the stage 4 of the Clash of Clans Worlds qualifiers, and they did so well on offense with it. So far, not finding the right angle to get the 3-star in, so now it's back on Tribe to get maybe some further lead and get some more 3-stars, or give SpaceStation the chance of staying in this match. We will find out in just a second, because we're diving into the next attack.
Yes, the crowd is calming down for Kronos, the team captain. Oh, or is it Cynthia? I can't tell from here, but I can see 33 Hog Riders, that's for sure. So, what is this? We haven't really seen that before, and there are 4 invisibility spells in there as well. And this is a Skelly Donut into what he made the clan castle invisible.
And he's dropping those invisibility spells really quickly. The question now is, does he... Oh,
what?
He brought
gets it!
He brought enough skeleton spells and invisibility spells to get that Town Hall down. And everything relies on this Flamefinger to get the Town Hall out. And then it's just a lot of Hog Riders to get the back end of the space done.
Yeah, and once again, we talked about it yesterday, the way that some players are able to combine really strong mechanics in the game is just incredible, and I think Kronos is doing just that. Oh, but the funnel, I don't know, did he even want to funnel the queen? I don't know. He has to pop the king ability though in a second to make sure he takes out the enemy queen, and he was already starting with the Hog Riders. What? While his queen is still going. But honestly, I don't think that he is doing this for the first time.
Yeah, but at the same time, those Hog Riders are pathing a little bit different than what he expected. Those Hog Riders in the middle are really low on hit points. Coming now back into this heal spell with only 1 heal left, and using that right as he is approaching that scatter. But the Hog Riders are going out of the scatter again, so those heal spells are not as effective, and he misplaced them quite a bit.
Yes, and he still has a king to deal with. I mean, 1 Hog Rider helping him out there, but just the Royal Champion is going to have a hard time taking out what is left in this base. He doesn't have any more spells, and he wanted to keep his queen alive there, but I think he would have done better if he had waited a little bit more for his heroes to do their job and then start the Hog Rider part later on. But the Royal Champion ability, he delays quite a lot.
Okay, apparently he knows already it's going to be a 3-star, because it seems like with that Warden and the Queen getting healed full, I mean, she was at literally 0 hit points. The Unicorn making sure this Queen is staying alive. She's redirecting now, and even though some of those shield spells were questionable, the Queen is just making it. Kronos getting in the next 3-star, Tribe getting the next 3-star, and putting more and more pressure on SpaceStation as the crowd is going completely wild. So he's celebrating, feeling good about this attack, and it's back to SpaceStation now, who really need to put that first 3-star on the board.
Yeah, and he has proven me wrong there. Keeping his queen alive was clutch in the end. I mean, we don't know how it would have went the other way, but it definitely was the complete right decision there. So I think this attack was so interesting that we have to watch some highlights of that, because as I said, that is usually an attack strategy that mostly Cynthia, or only basically Cynthia, uses from MS Esports. But also with missing the first invisibility spell there, it was so nice to see how calm he stayed, and that he still knew he could invest more invisibility spells and still had a chance to get the clan castle down, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah, and I feel like overall we're seeing less sketchy donuts, which makes sense because this attack we have seen it yesterday a couple of times. It's easy to mess them up, especially when your hands are shaking on stage and everything. It is risky because you have to deploy this invisibility spell perfect. Otherwise, you're turning the clan castle invisible, and we have seen that yesterday.
Yes.
Unfortunately, causing a couple of fails. It's a strong but risky approach, and with those players being on stage live in front of the audience, it's always a lot of pressure on them.
Absolutely. And I mean, yesterday it was, in fact, stars from the Queen Walkers who we barely see miss any spells in an attack. And like, this is a spell that you have really a lot of time to concentrate on. And he is one of the best with this strategy, in fact. But even he messed it up. So did Kronos, but they both got it done for their team. And in the end, yesterday, Stars got the victory with his team. And let's see how it will play out for Tribe here, as this war is still in the middle of it. And we have SpaceStation with the next attack.
SpaceStation up next, and we have Marinal in there with the Lalo. He's bringing a golem, he's bringing a jump, he wants to get some value with those heroes, but he's starting things off with the little sneaky goblin.
Yeah, sneaky goblin's always a good choice, and yesterday he hadn't had that much success with the super witches, so he is changing things up and coming in with the hero dive Lalo, but yeah, spicing it up a little bit there with the golem and the jump spell, and there we see it, and now it's all about how well he can get into this town hall compartment.
Yeah, yes, be careful maybe with this double cannon on the far right side, but as long as that is no problem, this is looking good. Using the skeleton spell to distract that defending Royal Champion to give his king a bit more power while pushing into that compartment. The Royal Champion on his own is getting added. This queen is keep charging forward because the goal for this queen is to take the town hall down.
Exactly, and we have to take a look here at the timing because the enemy CC has been lured out, but the Royal Champion has no damage on her whatsoever. Just taking out this Hound there all by herself, taking her time, being in no rush, you know. But the Queen cannot be distracted by the lava pups there. Okay, nice. She goes for the Town Hall, he uses the ability, and that should be secured.
Yeah, really, really nice hero dive already. The question though now is, was this enough value to make this Lalo work? We have seen insane Lalos from those pros. Can Marinal get this now for SpaceStation in? Can he be the one who is starting maybe the comeback for SpaceStation while the Lava Hound and the Slammer are approaching from the top side? He's trying to support his Royal Champ, but he's not going to get that defending Queen.
It was a very nice touch there though with the double invisibility spell in order to get more value, but there is a multi-inferno, and we've seen yesterday on the strat attacks how hurting it can be for a Lalo attack if a Inferno is surpassed by all the troops.
That's right, the backhand test so far, but the raged up headhunters are pretty much one-shotting that defensive Queen.
And
this is looking so good. Marinal with his Lalo, he's famous for this, and he is making this look easy.
Very good job here by Marinal. I mean, there's still a couple of defenses left, but everyone knows it here. The crowd is going wild, and you at home know it as well, I'm sure. He's got the haste spell still in the back. He doesn't even need it. Maybe uses it for time. I would appreciate it. I'm someone who always likes to use everything they have in their attack to make it as good and quickly as possible. So far, he's not using it, also not using the Archer. So it's... yeah, there it goes. I love to see it. And what a crushing 3-star there for Marinal with his hero dive Lalo.
Yeah, what a great attack this was. Nicely done. Thinking out of the box with the jump spawn, like, we see a lot of open compartments. If you're wondering, like, if you're watching maybe this competitive Clash of Clans for the first time, then the reason why we're seeing so many open compartments is to mess up wall breakers.
Yeah.
And well, with that jump spell, he's completely outsmarting that because he does not need the wall breaks. And because this was so fancy, we should take a look at that again. Because with this zero dive, he took down the entire top right side and then this ladder. I mean, from two sides, left side and from the bottom side, pushing everything in at the same time. beautiful.
Yes, I loved exactly that, how he delayed the Warden there to send it in with the second part of the Lalo into the Rage spell and with the Headhunters as well to take out the enemy Queen. We were worried there for a second because the Royal Champion wasn't able to take her out, but then the Headhunters did the job. Let's see if the next attacker from Tribe can do their job and jump into the next attack.
Exorcist is alive, and he is coming in with another Queen Charge Lalo. I feel like it's fair to say it's the favorite strategy of all of those pros. It's so flexible, it's so strong right now. If you get those Queen Charges right, and in those hands of those pros, those Queen look like, I don't know, she's never going the wrong side, or really rarely, while we see this entire compartment stacked with some skeleton traps. So the question is, where's the bakery?
Yeah, he doesn't have one. He probably wasn't expecting to lure 4 skeleton traps. So look at this, how many shots the Queen needs to take them out. And unfortunately, due to the splash damage of the scatter shot, his Unicorn already died. So he's going to need another Rage spell here in a second, because the Ground Expo is actually one of the biggest damage dealers in a base. In fact, it's the single targeting defense that does the most damage. And with the help of the scatter shot, that is definitely forcing the Rage spell. But his Queen taking good care of the Lava Hound. Now the CC is taken out entirely. He needs to invest another Rage here, or another spell, I should say. Going with the freeze and keeping his Queen alive, sending in the coconut balloons, because also he is scared of a bait, or, you know, a lot of seeking air mines in the base against this type of attack.
Yeah, that's right. So far those teams were incredible in predicting entries, defending those with traps, and he's trying to make this as safe as possible overall. Well, he's wall breaking already into the next compartment. And the Queen is having a lot of damage on her. The question though is, with 1 minute and 25 seconds on the clock, is it going to be a time problem? No, maybe not, because the Lalo has just started.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a damage problem though at the moment, because okay, his Queen needs force the ability, but now the damage is getting lower and lower. So as you said, the Lalo started, and that is the important part right now. Can he pop a perfect ward ability? Yes, he can. Sending all of the balloons through the Rage, out of the Town Hall Poison, protected by the ward ability, but there goes the Tornado into and the Red Mines.
The Red Mines took down every single loon in the first group. There's more rocket loons coming out of the Clan Castle, reinforcing this first group. The question though is, with no skeletons, we know that, no skeleton traps on the back end, is this still going to be enough?
Actually, the problem is the Royal Champion at this point, but the Owl takes her out, and he still has the Royal Champion with the invisibility spell. So honestly, this is just about time at this point. But we know all of the skeleton traps have already been triggered, so he's got the Archer that he can still deploy. He's got the invisibility spell to secure the Royal Champion, survives this attack, and it's looking good.
It's looking good, or at least that's what the crowd thinks, because they're cheering already crazy. That Royal Champ should have no problems whatsoever versus this Elixir storage. And this means Tribe Gaming, after the first problems in the first attack, they are looking again strong. You can see them celebrating on stage and feeling excited after that attack.
Yes, and you can also see the relief there on Exorcist's face, because, I mean, he just knew that he had to execute this attack perfectly at the very start, especially when he had to invest so many spells, but you know, I think he also uses this attack strategy in the Legend Legend League, yeah? So he knows very well how to handle his Queen, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, look at the deployment of this Rage spell there. It perfectly covers the Queen and the healers and the Unicorn at the same time, and he always places them in such a perfect manner. But this Queen took a lot of time shooting on skeletons. But yeah, I mean, we saw the space station side, the fans and the players go very loud when their tornado trap with the red mines worked perfectly. And at this point we were also like, oh my god, is this going to be enough? But the Royal Champion and the Queen, they are just such strong, powerful heroes that they were able to finish the job. Greatly done here by Exorcist.
Yeah, really nicely done. We see just as those Rocket Loons and Dragon Riders are getting unleashed into the base, and He's, yeah, how you said it?
Relieved.
Relieved. I think that is a good word. The question, though, is now, Space Station, can they stay close? Because they are up next.
Yes, can they stay close? And they definitely still have a chance in this, because if they triple twice and Tribe Gaming fails, they will still be able to win. But Itzu, you are saying it. What? And I can tell you what, I think this is a Queen Charge low. We have waited to see this all the time, and Bernal is delivering 33 balloons in total.
That's a lot of balloons. I mean, okay, this Queen has to do some amazing work, taking down Splash left and right. At the same time, he has one Earthquake with him. So is he going to use that to activate the tunnel? Is he going to use that to damage the tunnel? What do you think?
I'm not sure. He has the Blimp activated, so not the Flame Flinger. So I'm not sure if he's used it to activate the Town Hall. I mean, but sending the King there actually, I have no idea. I'll just have to wait and see what Bernal was planning on. Oh, so far that is a nice clan castle there against the Queen Charge, but the King is luring it out. But so far things are looking well. His Queen is doing a good job, and I think eventually he wants her to path into the Eagle Artillery and then maybe send the Royal Champion for the Multi-Inferno.
Yeah, I mean, especially so far, the Sweeper is really helping him because it makes sure that those healers are staying out of range of that Multi-Inferno tower.
Yeah, the Poison Spell, wow. It covered the Royal Champion, it covered the Rocket Balloons, it covered the Super Minions, and it also covered the Skeletons from the Skeleton Trap. Great job, and at this point I'm sure he won't use the Earthquake for the Flame Flinger. He probably wants to use it because he starts early with the Lalo to activate the Town Hall.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense, actually. There's the Earthquake, as you said, Rage in, Warden ability in as well. Is there any Tornado Trap to keep those loons inside? There's a lot of red mines.
There is.
No Tornado. Where's the Tornado? There's no Tornado Trap to keep those loons inside. But the damage was already dealt, but he has still 10 loons left and one Blimp to still deploy.
Yes, this is looking really, really good. Basically, once again, it is the power of the heroes, and we can already see him cheering. What a man! Bernal coming in. Yeah, this should be a 3-star. Look at that. So he has got 2 free spells, an invisibility spell, a Royal Champion, a Rage spell, a Battle Blimp, and at this point it seems to me like he's trying not to even use this Battle Blimp.
Come on, it might be time. Okay, it might be not time. Who knows? But apparently he's preferring to swag the siege instead. Trying to optimize the win. Okay, whatever you want. But yeah, this means he's getting this 3-star, getting the swag in. But is it going to give him the win?
That is the question indeed. Not using Invis, not using Royal Champion ability especially, and not using the Clan Castle. And theoretically, it can still come down to time, but in his favor, I have to say there is a very, very low chance of that. And if that can happen at all, is the question for the next attacker, for the last attacker from Tribe Gaming. And as so often before, it is going to be Fluxy finishing it off. And I just have to remember before this attack, if he 3-stars, they have secured the victory. And if he fails, there might still be a chance for Space Station. So let's see what Fluxy has in store for us.
The last attack from the side of Tribe. 3 stars and they're going to win. 2 stars and this match stays open. That is the thing. We're waiting for Fluxy to go live, and there he goes. He is in with another Queen Charge. But we're seeing this time around a Valkyrie, okay? So they're kind of scared maybe of another Skeleton Trap power. I mean, who knows? But it's going to be Dragon Riders instead of those balloons and Lava Hounds.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think he was trying to lure out the Clan Castle there with his Hog Riders, but unfortunately there are, for him, there are a lot of archers in there. And that just means that he was not able to lure out the whole enemy Clan Castle, and he might have to deal with that while running into more damage there with his Queen. But so far, the funneling looks Okay, there we go. Nice use of the invisibility spell to make sure the queen wraps around the 6 o'clock corner.
That's right. At the same time, really good choice of Space Station with this defending clan castle. The clan castle is now coming out at the same time as he's approaching that town hall. The Freeze is keeping everything in place, and he can use the poison now to get those super minions out of this game. On the left side, we see some sneaky goblins coming in to make sure that this king is going to get a nice access into this multi-planetary compartment.
Yes, and that was a great showing of how to deal with the clan castle in cases like that. He just perfectly timed this free spell, so the queen would stay on the town hall and then take care of the headhunters. Very impressive there, but now let's concentrate on the Dragon Riders as they come in full force with some headhunters to take care of the Royal Champion and also the enemy king, as it seems, because, and that is good because he has his Royal Champion in the mix there as well. Queen in a single Inferno. Is he going to react? He is reacting, and this is looking good.
This is looking really good, even though he's going against the sweeper with one single Dragon Rider at the top side still left. The Royal Champion, though, is alive, and we have seen how powerful those heroes can be. The Queen charging closer towards that Warden, and with that, that should be the 3-star with the Royal Champion ability and the Queen ability not even used yet, and another rage to spare.
Yes, that is incredible. He uses the rage right there, still has 2 free spells, still has 2 Dragon Riders, and wow, that was very impressive. Does this man have any nerves? I mean, the way he handled this was just so professional, as if it was like the least meaningful attack ever. And it is a big overkill, I'm not gonna lie here. Lots of troops left, 2, 3 heroes left. And congratulations to Fluxy, what a finish. And look at him staring at his screen in awe. He just loved this attack as much as we did.
Was there something happening? I mean, just casually doing my... Yeah, he is happy, okay? He's happy inside. That's how you see it. But really strong showing again. And at the same time, though, I would love to know what the voice conversation was like during that attack. Was he as calm as he looked like in the end? Or was he freaking out? We will find out just now.
Now we can see what comes right.
You are the fucking best.
Let's go!
Come on! Yeah! Bam! So that's that. Take it 14. Get 14.
You just be...
This one was so important.
Yeah, he is right. This one was so important. Absolutely. But Fluxy really didn't show that he knew it was that important. Great job. But yeah, we have to look at Selinho now, who is going to be the finisher for Space Station in this one. And for the momentum in the lower bracket, where they will continue their journey here, it is a very important one. So let's see what Selinho is bringing to the table.
The last attacker of Space Station versus the base of Rikiris. Can they get this 3rd star? Can they get up to 13 stars overall after 5 attacks? We have him live. And this is a completely different base look from Tribe, which we have not seen yet in this match, which is a box base. It looks pretty classic. It looks familiar to some degree, I feel like. So the question is, do they know how to take it down? We have some Yetis, we have some sneaky goblins, some Dragon Riders, and some regular wall breaks.
And we also have 11 spells used there to take out the 2 Infernos. But yeah, as you said it there, it does look familiar. I think I've seen this base. I think it's a Strut base. Isn't this a base that, or pretty much the base that Exorcist failed on?
It might be.
It looks very similar at this point, and I remember Exorcist doing a Queen Charge Lalo, and it was their only fail against Strut Esports in the Snapdragon Pro Series. So let's see if Selinho can prove one last time that they are better than Tribe, at least in the regard of taking out this base.
Yeah, that's the big question. We have the one Yeti getting traded for the air defense at the bottom side, while his Hero Dive is in full charge around this top side, about to unleash all of the power into that scatter compartment. But the top side is getting taken care of with the Flame Flinger, and He has still 7 Sneaky Goblins to take the Town Hall down.
Yes, and my favorite part is going to be seeing that 4 regular wall breakers opening up the Town Hall compartment. I just love to see regular wall breakers there, and they did a great job there, sending in 1 Sneaky Goblin now to look for traps, and he will send the others with the help of the invisibility spell soon. But honestly, he almost wouldn't have needed them because, okay, if the Yak hadn't opened the wall, the Queen would have actually taken out the Town Hall.
Yeah, so, well, Town Hall is still on the menu for the Sneaky Goblins. Then we have the remaining Sneaky Goblins coming in. No traps whatsoever. There we go with the invisibility spell. The Dragon Riders now have to take down the back end while the Flame Finger is still looking strong and taking down defenses left and right.
Yes, no more spells though for Selenio, but this Flame Flinger did a great job, and we have yet to see the troops come out. Now it opens, and it is a Dragon Rider with a couple of balloons, and there's really not much left in this base, but there are also not that many troops left, and they have to make their way through the core of this base still.
Yeah, that's right. There might be a lot of traps still located while the Eagle is taken care of. While the Balloon's having some fun in the Tornado Trap, and we have them flying across, and we have talked about the possible traps inside the core. Exactly, that is what's happening. The question now, can the Owl tank for the Balloons, which are closing in?
Yes, it is Archer Tower being tanked for first by the Warden. Then the Warden steps right out of the range when he has red health. And now also the Owl is in the red zone. But this seems to be doing the job for Celine.